Now, Michael Carneal will remain behind bars. The two-member parole board was unable to reach a unanimous decision on whether to give him parole.
Carneal was 14 when he fatally shot 3 classmates and injured 5 more at West Paducah's Heath High School. This was in 1997. WLKY's Mark Vanderhoff has been watching the parole hearing for the past 2 days, and he joins us now. Mark, what's next?
Well, the case will now go to a full parole board. They'll meet Monday to deliberate and decide what to do. You know, today's lack of consensus came after an hour-long hearing with Carneal himself, which had some disturbing moments.
It makes me feel terrible that I hurt anybody.
The Heath High School shooting happened on December 1st, 1997 in West Paducah. 3 students died and 5 were injured. The shooter, Michael Carneal, was 14 at the time.
I don't remember firing the gun or how many times I fired it, but the next thing I remember is people laying on the ground.
Then and now, Carneal blamed mental illness and voices inside his head.
Mr. Carneal, when was the last time that you heard one of these voices that told you to do something harmful?
A couple of days ago.
And do you recall what that voice told you to do?
Jump off the stairs, jump down the stairs.
If released, Carneal says he plans to live with his parents and pledged to continue mental health treatment.
I would plan on getting a job. I'm not really particular about what kind of job I would have. I mean, fast food, anything would be suitable for me.
On Monday, his victims and their families spoke before the board, mostly in opposition of his release.
If the shooter is released, what happens when he doesn't take his meds? Who's he going to hurt or kill next? The community and the families don't deserve to be sentenced even harsher to living in fear.
I have been sentenced to life without the possibility of parole after living the consequence of Michael Carneal's decision.
Carneal says he knows people see him as, quote, a monster.
I know it's not going to change anything. It's not going to make anything better, but I want them to know that I am sorry for what I did.
Now, the full parole board can either decide to release Carneal or set up another parole board hearing up to 10 years away. Mark Vanderhoff, WLKY News.
Thank you.